And welcome back, boys and girls. It's Friday, March 26, 2021. I'm Miss Fernandez. Let's get started today. We're going to start with our spelling test today. You had Unit 26. Let's go over our words real quick before we start our test. So we had Unit 26 this week with our tricky words and our list A. Our tricky words were story, work, and here. Our list A words were funny, easy, tiny, snowy, puppy, baby, pretty, sleepy, lucky, and windy. All our words ended with a Y in our list A words. It's when the magic E comes along and helps Yo-Yo Man make an E, or he needs help. And Mr. Yo-Yo Man comes in to help and makes the E sound at the end of words. All right, back to our test. Unit 26, remember to circle the spelling word in each row that is spelled correctly. Number 1, your word is funny, funny. That clown is so funny. Circle the one that spells funny correctly. Number 2, your word is easy, easy. That spelling test was easy. Circle the one that spells easy correctly. Number 3, your word is tiny, tiny. I found a tiny caterpillar in the garden, tiny. Circle the one that spells tiny correctly. Number 4, your word is snowy, snowy. I love a snowy Christmas day. Circle the one that spells snowy correctly. Number 5. Number 5 is puppy. She got a new puppy for her birthday. Puppy. Circle the one that spells puppy correctly. Number 6 is baby. Baby. My baby brother is 2 months old. Baby. Number 7 is pretty. She has on a pretty dress. Circle the one that spells pretty correctly. Pretty. Number 8 is sleepy. I get real sleepy at night. Sleepy. Circle the one that spells sleepy correctly. Number 9 is lucky. A 4-leaf clover is lucky. Circle the one that spells lucky correctly. Number 10 is windy. It was really windy during the storm. Windy. Circle the one that spells windy correctly. Number 11 is story. We read a story about animal teams this week. Story. Circle the one that spells story correctly. Number 12 is work. Please finish all your work. Circle the one that spells work correctly. And number 13 is here. Everyone will be here on Monday. Circle the one that spells here correctly. And that's the end of the test. If you need one repeated, just rewind and watch again. We're going to move on to our social studies today. So turn to your studies weekly. And we're going to be reading about changes in communities. So follow along as I read. Make sure you've gone in your packet and you looked for your studies weekly, week 20. We're going to start at the bottom. It says more than 3,000 years ago, people began to change things. They cut down trees and other plants so they could grow food and build villages. Before people lived on Earth, only plants and animals were here. So that's what a building might have looked like a long time ago. turn to the inside. Over time, the number of people on Earth kept getting larger. They needed more food, so they cleared more land for farms. They cleared land to raise cows, horses, and sheep. The first roads were just dirt paths made by people and animals walking from place to place. Could you imagine no roads? Everything was just paths. Later, people built better roads to get from one place to another. After cars were invented, people needed more and more roads. Let's look at the city. Soon, even more people were living on Earth. They built more homes and other buildings. Villages kept getting bigger. Many villages grew to be large cities. A lot of large cities now are where large villages were before. Let's look on the other side. All of the changes people make in their communities have consequences. Clearing the land destroyed many animals' homes. Some animals became extinct, as in gone forever. Remember, one of our vocabulary words was endangered? And endangered meant they were at risk of being gone forever. So once they're gone forever, they've become extinct. Other animals may be extinct someday. So if we don't take care of the animals we have now, they could become extinct one day. There are traffic jams on many roads. Pollution is making the air and water in many places very dirty. How can we help keep the earth clean and safe? Let's look at this picture of the waterfall. Natural resources are things found in nature, such as air and water. People need clean air and clean water every day. There are many things we can do to protect our natural resources. We can take buses, ride bicycles, or walk instead of driving cars. We can turn off the lights and television when we leave a room. We can take shorter showers. We can recycle. So those are all things we can do to help our environment. Let's turn to the back. We're going to complete the crossword puzzle. Remember, we worked on one of these before. So across means the words go this way, and down means the words go down like that, up and down. So number one, before. Before blank lived on Earth, there were many plants and animals. We have a word bank: traffic, natural, people, roads, pollution, and extinct. So before people lived on Earth, there were only plants and animals. So we're going to write people. Going across for number 4, people. Let's see if I make it smaller, if it'll fit in those boxes. Just about. All right, number 4, cross blank is making the air and water in many places very dirty. That's pollution. That looks a little better. Number 6 across, there are blank jams on many roads. There are traffic jams, T-R-A-F-F-I-C, traffic. So let's cross out. We've used people and pollution and traffic. Number 2, animals that are blank are gone forever, extinct. So this time I'm going to write it Number 2. X, T, we've already got I, N, C, T. Number 3 down. People built blank to get from one place to another. Build roads. You gotta write R and then O, A, D, S. Number 5, blank resources are things found in nature. That's natural resources. We've got our N. Gonna write our A in there. Got our T, U, R, A, L, natural resources. Right, let's do this side. It says, circle yes if the sentence is correct. Circle no if the sentence is not correct. Number 1, the changes people make in their communities have consequences. Yes. Number 2, people need clean air and clean water every day. Yes. Number 3, the first roads were made of concrete. No, they were made of dirt, weren't they? They were paths. Now we're going to circle the word that rhymes with the first word in each box. Our word is road. What rhymes with road? Rock, round, toad. Toad. Our word is jam. What rhymes with jam? Jump, clam, may. That's right, clam. What rhymes with mouse? Home, sound, mouse, house, and mouse. What rhymes with can? Plan, camp, or candle. That's right, plan. All right, if you need more time to copy, click pause. We're going to move on to our assessment. Our assessment is going to be a little different today. I'm going to read it to you, and you're going to do it on your own. I'm not going to write it up here. Changes in communities, week 20 assessment. Number 1, what is one thing you can do to help take care of the earth? You can find it in the reading right here. Number 2, if you lived long ago, where would your house most likely be found? In a village or in a city? Choose the best answer. Oh, never mind. For number 2, you choose the best answer in a city or in a village. What did they put it way down there for? Number 3, why have some animals become extinct? A, their homes were destroyed, or B, people didn't like them. 4, why does traveling by bike instead of by car help protect our natural environment? A, cars make pollution and bikes do not. B, it is fun to ride a bike. Number 5, circle the things that were on Earth before people. There may be more than one. A, animals, B, pollution, C, plants, D, houses. So circle 2 things that were here on Earth before people. If you need more time, click pause now. We're going to move on to science. Today, we're going to be learning about the plant life cycle. So we're going to watch a short video first on the plant life cycle.
Perhaps you have a flower garden near your home or school. Flowers are actually in a group of plants called flowering plants. Flowering plants have an interesting life cycle. We'll start the life cycle of a flowering plant with a seed. Seeds are small objects that actually contain a miniature plant called an embryo. When seeds get water, air, and the proper temperature, the embryo begins to grow. This is called germination. When a seed germinates, it soon begins to grow roots and a stem. Eventually, leaves grow off the stem. The young plant enters a life cycle stage called a seedling. The seedling continues to grow and get bigger, and eventually the plant enters another life cycle stage called an adult. Adult plants are capable of reproducing. Reproduction is the process of producing new living things. Adult flowering plants produce structures like these. You decide. What is this plant part called? It's a flower. Flowers help adult plants reproduce by making seeds. The formation of seeds starts the life cycle all over again.
All right, that's the end of our video. So let's go back to our presentation. And follow along as I read our passage. A plant life cycle is the process where a seed turns into a plant. Plants begin as a seed. Inside the seed, there is a tiny plant waiting to grow. After a seed is planted, small roots begin to grow down. A sprout grows up out of the ground. It keeps growing and becomes a seedling. Plants are fully grown when they are an adult plant. Adult plants have flowers on them, which produce new seeds. These seeds are what will make a new plant. So, number one, what is inside a seed? So let's find it in our reading. You can underline and I'll highlight it. What is inside a seed? We can find inside the seed there is a tiny plant awaiting to grow. So there it is. You underline it, and then we are going to write it on our line. It says a tiny plant waiting to grow. All right, number two, what do adult plants make? Adult plants have flowers on them, which produce new seeds. So they make new seeds. We're going to write, they make new seeds. All right, if you need more time to copy, click pause now. We're going to move on to our cut and paste sheet. It's got our life cycle for our plant. We're going to cut and glue each step in the life cycle. So we've got our pictures. Here's a seed starting to sprout a little bit more. It's got a small plant, an adult plant. So we have roots begin to grow underground. The adult plant begins to grow flowers. This is a seed. The sprout begins to grow out of the ground, and the sprout becomes a small seedling. So 4, roots begin to grow underground. Goes there. The adult plant begins to grow flowers. This is a seed. The sprout begins to grow out of the ground. This is where it comes out. The sprout becomes a small seedling. The sprout. So first we start with this is a seed. Roots begin to grow underground. The sprout begins to grow out of the ground. Roots begin to grow underground. The sprout begins to grow out of the ground. I don't know. I'll take whichever one. And then the sprout becomes a small seedling, and the adult plant begins to grow flowers. I don't know, we would call that a root, or that's a root. Sprout begins to grow out of the ground. Roots begin to grow underground. Switch it. I kind of phrased that a little funny to me. All right. When you finish this, that is it for today. You can color to make it nice and pretty. Don't forget to bring it back on Monday. And also, everybody will be here on Monday. Remember, we'll have like 23 kids in our class. I can't wait to see everybody here so we can meet our new friends that we've only seen on Zoom before. And that's it for today. Have a great weekend. See you Monday.